Presentation for today comes to us from St. Elizabeth Northeastern. The House is energetically and enthusiastically welcoming Member Delroy Slowley to his feet.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I ask permission to speak from a seat, which is not mine.
Permission granted, Member.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in this little booklet I have here, it's a short story of transformation through action. Madam Speaker, the power of belief can move mountains. When you believe, you can. You most certainly will. With great honor and pride, I rise to deliver my third State of the Constituency debate as the Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Northeastern. Madam Speaker, first and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Almighty God for granting me the strength, wisdom, and good health to fulfill my role as a servant of the people. I must acknowledge my unwavering support system from my dedicated family, to the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister and party leader, along with our esteemed members of the Jamaica Labour Party hierarchy. Their guidance, support, and encouragement have been instrumental on my journey. I would also like to express my appreciation for the diligent staff at the Constituency Office, members of the management and Constituency Executive. Also, I must emphasize the contribution of the sitting councillor, one and only councillor for the constituency, Mr. Christopher Williams, and our councillors in waiting, Valdina Pengs, James Mitchell, and Kurt Rodney, for their steadfast support. My CDF manager, Dr. Ava Brown, for always going beyond the call of duty to support the team on this journey. Madam Speaker, my deepest thanks goes out to the voters of St. Elizabeth Northeastern, who recognize my passion for action over mere words during the last election and beyond. They saw the willingness in me to serve, hence they dubbed me the Action Man. And I am so grateful for their trust and support on this political journey. Indeed, this journey has not been without its challenges. But as the saying goes, if you want good, your nose have to run. Amen. Today, Madam Speaker, my address will be broken down under three main headings, namely one, achievements in education, youth and training, infrastructure development, community welfare, and future initiatives. Madam Speaker, there's a profound African proverb that resonates deeply with my core values, and I quote, "If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together." Amen. It is this principle that underpins my unwavering commitment to the progress and betterment of my constituency. Today, I am thrilled to present the concrete results of our collective endeavors, highlighting our dedication, all of which are aimed at fostering lasting and meaningful improvements in the lives of the people that I proudly support. Madam Speaker, I stand before you as a living testament to the transformative power of education. It is the passport to the future, unlocking boundless opportunities. In this financial year, my office has invested over $10 million from the CDF pot towards education alone. This was used for tertiary grants, book vouchers, and secondary auxiliary fees. Madam Speaker, an issue that weighs heavily on my heart is the issue of withholding exam certifications at the CXC level due to unpaid auxiliary fees. I can speak to this based on my personal experience this academic year, where my office provided intervention to the sum of $1 million to offset outstanding auxiliary fees close to 100 students, Madam Speaker. These students would have been otherwise disenfranchised from accessing further career and educational prospects. I think this is an unconscionable act, especially when education is a platform for the betterment of this country, Madam Speaker. Yep. By withholding these certifications, we are essentially punishing and sabotaging the prospects of these young people whose families are already struggling to send them to school. I am calling on the necessary authorities to put an immediate stop to this practice and find alternate means of resolving this situation. Through this, Madam Speaker, through the strategic collaboration of my office, Hard Trust NSTA, we have successfully certified more than 63 individuals at level 2 in housekeeping. These individuals now stand prepared for both local and overseas opportunities, enriching their socio-economic potential and contributing to the growth of our nation. I am enjoying prosperity, member, over here. Madam Speaker, it is my duty to commend the Cornell Ferguson Training Institute, a valuable partner in our efforts in empowering our youths. In collaboration with the Office of the Member of Parliament, this institution, since October of 2020, Madam Speaker, has trained over 1,500 young men and women. And remarkably so, 98% of these individuals have been gainfully employed within various security companies, local and internationally. We eagerly anticipate the expansion of their program offerings, further uplifting and empowering the youth of northeastern St. Elizabeth. In a commitment to elevate our early childhood education, discussions are well underway with the Heart NSTA Trust to facilitate the certification of teachers in our constituency's early childhood institutions. Madam Speaker, education is very high on our agenda. I am happy to report that major education infrastructure work is being done by this Andrew Holness-led administration. And we are not being left behind, as the evidence will show. Madam Speaker, it gives me great pleasure to report to this noble House that both the new Santa Cruz Primary Infant Department building and the Leeds Primary Infant Department buildings are now fully complete, fully operational at a combined cost of approximately $80 million. Madam Speaker, we're not done yet. I am happy to report that we have yet another infant department, a third one since being Member of Parliament, to be started at the Roses Valley Primary School in Balaclava at a whopping cost of $47.9 million. For this one, Madam Speaker, tomorrow morning at 10:30, we will be handing over the site to the contractor for the building to be started in a few days, and we expect completion by the end of March 2024. Madam Speaker, Northeast St. Elizabeth is in great hands, and we are not being left off the prosperity train. We are fully on board. I want to give credit, Madam Speaker, to our hard-working Honorable Minister Favour Williams, dedicated Minister of Education, and the Chase Fund for making all this possible. Madam Speaker, we're not done yet. In addition to those three infant departments, I want to thank and make special mention to the Digicel Foundation, which came on board with the Minister of Education, our Honorable Favour Williams again, on the recent completion of the Special Education Center in Santa Cruz, valuing $43 million. The prosperity train is rolling through, Madam Speaker. I have made mention of the impact that the Farm Work Overseas Employment Program has on my constituency in my last speech, particularly as we are a rural community. This program, Madam Speaker, acts as an economic stimulant to many farmers and their families. However, Madam Speaker, in recent times, we have seen negative occurrences surrounding the continuity of this program. In saying that, Madam Speaker, I want to reiterate my call for the introduction of a preparatory program to ensure that Jamaicans do not become extinct from the Overseas Farm Work Program. As this program, Madam Speaker, has been beneficial to numerous families in my constituency and the country at large. One of the suggestions, Madam Speaker, is to engage the hard trust in the state who can facilitate a national sensitization program for persons who are interested in this program. We need to have a pool of persons who are prepared and ready to be ambassador for this program, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in my previous address to this esteemed House, I brought to our attention the disheartening state of some drains that had gone without maintenance for close to 15 years. In a notable and encouraging turn of events, I am delighted to announce that since December 2020, we have successfully cleaned a substantial number of drains. Madam Speaker, I wish to address a matter I raised in my previous speech also regarding the critical issue of drain cleaning in the town of Santa Cruz. I'm delighted to report that significant positive outcomes of our extensive drain cleaning initiatives. As a result, there have been no reports of any major flooding in the town of Santa Cruz and Balaclava. Madam Speaker, it used to be that even when the rain set up in Balaclava, the town used to flood. Yeah. And it's a complete difference now, Madam Speaker. Yeah. And it shows that work is being done in northeastern Sentinel, significant work. Our dedicated efforts have not only averted power standstill, but have also ensured the smooth functioning of the local ecosystem, even during periods of heavy rainfall. This, Madam Speaker, exemplifies our commitment to effective governance, community safety, and well-being. Again, Madam Speaker, transformation through action. Madam Speaker, it gives me great pleasure to share with this honorable House that through partnership between PAHO and the Ministry of Health, we were able to carry out major infrastructural work valuing in excess of $100 million on the renovation and expansion of the Santa Cruz Health Center, Madam Speaker. This Andrew Holness-led government is serious about the health and well-being of its people. And I'm happy that the empirical evidence shows that we are not being left behind, Madam Speaker. I also want to give credit to Dr. Christopher Tufton for his efforts in making this major development possible. In addition, we will be receiving $11 million that will be going towards provisioning sidewalk for the entire corridor leading to the health center. Sidewalk and road improvement, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I, like our Prime Minister, firmly believe that home ownership is not just about shelter. It symbolizes security, stability, and the creation of economic wealth, independence, and mostly important, cherished family memories. It is with great honor, pride, and gratitude that I acknowledge the Most Honorable Prime Minister's unwavering commitment to St. Elizabeth Northeast. He has fulfilled his promise by personally presenting, Madam Speaker, three-bedroom house to 3 deserving families. just a few months ago. And if that wasn't sufficiently impressive, Madam Speaker, we are nearing 70% completion of yet another 3-bedroom unit in Georges Valley in the Braze River Division, which will soon provide another family, Madam Speaker, with the gift of a secure and comfortable home. Our dedication to securing shelters for families in need led us to forge a partnership with the Heart Trust NSTA, Madam Speaker. This collaboration allowed us to address the housing needs of an elderly constituent in Grossman, again in the Braze River Division, by providing a 1-bedroom housing unit, which also provided training and certification to the trainees of this said project. Madam Speaker, as we all know, major investments have been done in terms of modernization of our police stations and facilities across the length and breadth of Jamaica. And Madam Speaker, I can say very boldly, Madam Speaker, that we are not being left behind in Central and Northeastern. In fact, in the Burton-Lacovia area, as we speak, Madam Speaker, we have a state-of-the-art police facility being constructed at a cost of over $200 million, Madam Speaker. And for this, I want to express thanks to our Prime Minister and our visionary, Honorable Dr. Horace Tang, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, for the major infrastructural upgrade to police stations across the country and for this major investment in our constituency. Madam Speaker, in line with the commitment to ensure that the residents of Northeastern Central Elizabeth keep pace with the rest of the country, the hard-working Honorable Minister Delroy A, Minister of Science, Energy, Telecoms and Transport, has played a pivotal role in bridging the digital divide, ensuring that every nook and cranny of Jamaica is equipped with Wi-Fi service. During this financial year, we continued our collaboration with the Universal Service Fund, which enabled us to bring on stream an additional 2 community Wi-Fi connections, namely in 7 Corners in the Santa Cruz Division and in Quickstep in the Balaclava Division. And also, Madam Speaker, by the end of this financial year, we intend to have a 3rd being installed in the township of Silo, which will benefit both the students and the staff of the primary school and the residents in general. I want to make special mention of the Universal Service Fund CEO, Mr. Daniel Dawes, who has really been instrumental in this endeavor, and I look forward to our continued partnership. Madam Speaker, I have a passion for community development from I was a boy. And that passion has led me to make the sacrifice of gifting a former family home, which has become the resource community center for residents of the community that I live in 7 Corners. This has been a useful resource in facilitating training and development via the Heart Trust NSTA Health Fairs, along with being a homework center in my community. Madam Speaker, we are now in the process of adding a computer lab to enhance the services provided there. Once again, I have to credit Universal Service Fund, was agreed to supply and install the computers, the necessary furniture. Madam Speaker, as my beloved grandmother used to say, teach a person to fish, and he will fish for life. This profound wisdom has been at the core of my political journey, driving my commitment to empower our constituents to achieve greater independence. In this regard, we have been purposeful in supporting a significant number of individuals in starting, restocking, or reigniting the fuel in their small businesses. It's a well-known saying that water is life, Madam Speaker, and I wholeheartedly concur. The distribution of water remains a pressing issue for the residents of Northeastern St. Elizabeth, This concerns affects not only households, but also farmers, local business, and our educational institutions. As I mentioned before, this matter continues to demand our attention. Madam Speaker, we continue to explore sustainable solutions to address water scarcity challenges in our region, focusing on the well-being and prosperity of all constituents. In this regard, Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report that while challenges persist, we have made significant progress in certain areas. And I will name them, Madam Speaker. Roses Valley Primary School, for example. For years, this institution has been grappling with a lack of proper water supply, rendering it potentially unsafe. Madam Speaker, I'm proud to share that in conjunction with the rural water supply, pipes are now being laid, leading to a 20,000-gallon self-sufficient catchment tank towards the efforts of increasing water harvesting to provide safe and secure water to the students and staff alike. This is estimated to be handed over by December of this year, Madam Speaker. In the community of Pepper, Madam Speaker, a new well has been drilled and a 200,000-gallon storage tank constructed to facilitate the greater Mandeville water supply system and to provide water for the community of Pepper. But, Madam Speaker, this brings joy to my heart because sometimes in a presentation previously, I made mention of the danger of extracting water from our backyard and sending it to another jurisdiction. Because, Madam Speaker, it is frankly dangerous. And I'm happy that good senses have prevailed. And our hardworking minister, Matthew Samuda, has decided that out of that specific project, which was geared towards the Mandeville Greater Water Supply System, they have agreed that we will have to benefit first, Madam Speaker. And so it is. Pipes, as we speak, are being laid in the Pepper community to be able to augment our water supply system. So things are happening, Madam Speaker. Another initiative in this regard is linking the Long Hill well to the Southampton well to provide additional capacity of potable water for the Southampton and surrounding communities. Madam Speaker, the Content well that mainly serves residents of Santa Cruz is in the process of being upgraded to increase the capacity to 1.5 million gallons of water being drawn from the well per day. This will bring additional supply of the precious commodity to more people within the Santa Cruz division. Madam Speaker, additionally, this one is very close to me. For a number of years, Madam Speaker, we have been having water lock-off in the silo division merely because of turbidity level. Turbidity level is a key test factor of the water quality. But turbidity level is simply dirty water. And I've always been asking, why is it that a treatment plant cannot be created to avert this kind of situation? Madam Speaker, I am happy to report to this noble House that preliminary costing has been approved. Preliminary designs have been approved. And Madam Speaker, we're expecting that in the new financial year, commencement of this treatment plant will be done in the Beneloma water supply area that will make a difference in the lives of the residents of most of the silo division. Madam Speaker, I am often involved in taking care of things with my constituents and using my resources. For some people it's a problem. But this is something that I've been doing long before politics, Madam Speaker. And it gives me great joy and pleasure to be able to do that. And in the community of Mitcham, Madam Speaker, in the Brace River Division, there is a challenge of water supply. Sometimes before I became Member of Parliament, I installed two 1,000-gallon drums in the community. But unfortunately, the road surface is so difficult, Madam Speaker, it is difficult to get trucked water into the community to get it done. So in recent time, Madam Speaker, we were able to get an attachment to a well in close proximity to the Mitcham community. Island Dairy provided us with that option. Madam Speaker, they need over 200 pipes to make this possible. And I'm happy to say, Madam Speaker, that the 200 pipes were bought and paid for by the Member of Parliament, Delroy A, Gary Slowley. In our mission to secure improved water distribution for my constituency, my team and I are continuously working toward meaningful and lasting solutions, such as the above mentioned, Madam Speaker. And these are just some of the reasons why my constituents dub me the action man. Madam Speaker, today I am honored to present a comprehensive overview of the vital infrastructure work that has been underway in our constituency, focusing on projects that are crucial to enhancing our daily lives and bolstering the region's development. This infrastructure, Madam Speaker, work reflects our unwavering commitment to progress, prosperity, resilience, action, transformation, and community growth. I want to give credit to Honourable Minister Warmington, who gave $40 million to every Member of Parliament to rehabilitate roads within their respective constituency. From this funding, we selected three major corridors, namely Santa Cruz to Leeds, Aberdeen Road, the Lackover to Burn Savannah corridor, where extensive work has been done in each. Over the past year, we were able to do remedial work on 15 other minor roads in our constituency. Madam Speaker, I am happy to report that finally, major rehabilitation work will commence on two major corridors in our constituency, namely Santa Cruz to Leeds corridor and the Lackover to Burn Savannah corridor, with a combined value of over $250 million, with an expected start date of March 2024. Madam Speaker, we have a number of other minor roadways that are slated for repair within the next couple of months, namely Waterloo, Retirement, Burnt Ground, Lovers Lane, Hanson Avenue, Balaclava Town to Oxford, Main Road, Leeds School Road, Bagdale Mountain, Burton Town, etc., etc. In addition, Madam Speaker, this is another one which is dear to me. The residents of Pepper are set to benefit from our partnership with the RADA Farm Rehab Program with a value of $11 million for the Number Road in the Brace River Division. And why I say it is somehow dear to me, Madam Speaker, I remember about a year ago, I had a discussion with residents of the community. And what they told me, Madam Speaker, was that there was an elderly lady that took ill in the night. And they literally had to get a wheelbarrow to put the lady in to get her out of the community, Madam Speaker, because of the condition of the road. And this has been so for the past 30-odd years, Madam Speaker. This is not something new that I have seen and experienced. And it is shameful. It is embarrassing. And so I am happy to report that we are going to change the lives and the conditions of the people of Number. Transformation through action. Madam Speaker, I am calling on the NAA to consider installing roundabouts at two significant areas in our constituency. I speak of the Lovely Point entrance and exit and the Burn Savannah entrance and exit. These are danger zones and accident-prone areas that, if roundabouts were to be installed, would certainly elevate and facilitate, will certainly reduce the number of fatalities on our roadway. While there have not been any major accidents at these 2 points, I raise them today because there have been many close calls, and as my granny would say, a stitch in time saves 9. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report that the community of Balaclava that has been without a fire station for decades will be having one soon and very soon. For that, I want to extend my gratitude to the Right Honourable Minister Desmond McKenzie, who visited the site and toured the location where this well-needed essential facility will be established.
House Leader, the member's time for speaking has expired. It doesn't make sense to ask for any time in excess of 5 minutes because it will not be granted by the Speaker, and that will apply across the House.
I ask that this time be extended by 6 minutes, Madam Speaker.
The question is that the member's time be extended by 5 minutes to facilitate the completion of his presentation. Those in favor? Those against? Members, I am making sure it is clearly understood that this Speaker is going to apply the rules and the standing orders. And we are encouraged as quickly as possible, whatever we would like to be the proceedings in the House, amend the standing orders. When I make a statement, it is actually not a warning or a threat. It is a gentle reminder of the standing orders. And one will observe as we go along that it will be applied across the House to all members of the House. Thank you very much, members. Mr. Slowley, you may continue and complete your presentation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In reflecting upon my recent activities, I am compelled to highlight a particularly impactful endeavor that resonates deeply with the spirit of community service. That is none other than that of Akelia Dunkley, a 14-year-old student of the Black River High School who sustained third-degree burns from the gas explosion at her home. Madam Speaker, once I was made aware of the grave situation by Mr. Stephen Josephs, project manager at the San Marino Foundation, I took the lead by personally contributing US $5,000 and then leveraged my business network, and together we swiftly raised approximately US $10,000 of the needed US $45,000 required by the end of the same day for the ambulance service to airlift her to the USA. Madam Speaker, I want to make special mention of Mr. Willard Chambers, the CEO of Courier Jamaica Limited, for his prompt response and invaluable donation of US $2,000 to the venture. I also, Madam Speaker, want to extend gratitude to Minister Floyd Green and Mr. Eugene Morgan, who has his law firm in Santa Cruz. They generously contributed from their personal resources towards this endeavor. This achievement would not have been possible without the crucial support of Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health, and the Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education. Their expeditious actions were instrumental in ensuring Akelia timely transfer to the Joseph M. Silburn Center in Augusta, Georgia, where she has successfully completed 7 surgeries as part of her treatment, Madam Speaker. And I'm happy to report that young Akelia is now back in Jamaica recuperating. I can also report, Madam Speaker, that Minister Desmond McKenzie has visited the home of Akelia and has committed to a new housing solution for the family. And in conclusion, Madam Speaker, the theme for this debate is transformation through action. And I stand before you today to affirm that action is not just a buzzword, but a core principle that guides my service to the wonderful, hard-working, resilient people of St. Elizabeth, Northeastern. I want to express my deepest gratitude to all those who have supported me on this journey, from the constituents who placed their trust in me to the dedicated members of my team, the most honorable also Prime Minister, and the various partners and organizations that have joined hands with us to bring about meaningful change. Madam Speaker, we have seen tremendous achievement in the areas of education, youth empowerment, water supply, road infrastructure, and housing. These achievements are not just numbers and statistics, Madam Speaker. They represent the lives transformed, the future made brighter, and the communities uplifted, Madam Speaker. As we continue to take action and work tirelessly for the betterment of our constituency, I, Delroy A, Slowley, a.k.a. the Action Man, want to reiterate my unwavering commitment to progress, prosperity, and community growth. We have made significant strides, but our journey is far from over. Madam Speaker, St. Elizabeth Northeastern is my home. I was conceived there, born and bred there, educated there, do business there, and I'm still living there. Whenever my constituents want to find me, they don't have to go to St. Anne. Whenever my constituents want to find me, they don't have to go over to Westmoreland. Whenever my constituents want to find me, they certainly don't have to go to Clarendon. Madam Speaker, they know exactly where to come. My final words, Madam Speaker, I'd like to say, I'm on Banya. I'm on Anya, and I not leave you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank the member from Northeast St. Elizabeth, Mr. Delroy Slowley, for his excellent presentation. We have had 3 very good presentations, Madam Speaker. And I now ask for the suspension of the State of the Constituency debate until next Tuesday, the 21st, at 2 p.m. No, next Tuesday, Madam Speaker, at the 21st.
Thanks, House Leader. Members, those in favor? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it. House Leader.
Madam Speaker,
House Leader, before you conclude, I would just like to also say thanks to Member Slowley. I actually appreciate when the members of the House respect the ruling of the Speaker, and I thank you, members, for conforming to the time limit.
Wonderful. Madam Speaker is not proposed to do any further business today, so I now ask that the House be adjourned until Tuesday, the 21st of November at 2 p.m.
The question, members, is that the House do now adjourn for Tuesday, November 21st at 2 p.m. sharp. Those in favor? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it. This honorable House now stands adjourned.
later in their life, especially for those who are overweight. Shake the salt habit. Shop smart and cook smart. Use less or no salt when cooking. Try using fresh herbs and seasonings to add more flavor. Limit the consumption of salty snacks. Take the time to carefully read the nutrition labels on food products to identify those high in salt and choose the healthier options. Remember, no more than 2 grams of salt per day from all food sources for children under 11 years of age.
The National Family Planning Board now presents a parenting tip from Albert Schweitzer. There are only 3 ways to teach a child. The first is by example. The second is by example. The third is by example.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.